Well, I guess you have to call it stupid, ridiculous, nothing video number 2 because it went off. When I put it down, hit the power button and went off. I'm just gonna stick it like that. So, as I was talking before, my friend called me silly sausage. Can you believe that? I'm a silly sausage. So, I might as well upload it. It being cut off. Who cares? Um, not your typical YouTube suckhole unit. Put this over here. Oh, what can I talk about? I'm not in the mood to do silly stuff, except ridiculous stuff, boring stuff. I'll just goof around. My arm's a lot better. Healed up. I just banged into a lathe. What the? What? Toto, the toilet. Look at this. Can you see that? Now she got an auction for hardly anything. Toto. The reason that stands in my head because I had an adventure with Toto the toilet. It was Osaka. I think it was a Westin Osaka hotel on the top floor. I was there before. Yeah, I was with Yin. First year, second year, Dr. Brian O'Leary. We had our own separate rooms, but I always had confrontations with Toto the toilet because how do you flush it? I finished my business and I tried. How do you flush it? I got sprayed. I got vibrated, heated up. Eventually, just push all the buttons and something happened. Good flush. Toto. So when I see Toto, I always remember that adventure in Osaka, Japan. Toto the toilet is very funny, Barbara. Yeah, it was quite the fun thing. Toto the toilet. I did my vitamins there too. I remember that, and exercising, push-ups, sit-ups, and that kind of thing. And then off to the next prefecture. Quite a time. Pretty busy. 2 days of rest, of course. But wow, what fun! Recommend Japan. It's not gonna work, is it? It's quite something. Toto the toilet. Good old Toto, huh? Oh, I use silicone liquid food grade on my hair. Don't I look nice? That's pretty good stuff. Still debating whether to put it on my face, legs, and arms. Toto the toilet, where are you? I think I'm polluting the giant great red spot. He's doing some interesting, funny videos as well. As I move around, trying to think of what to say. Ooh, we want Toto the toilet. That ain't good. Oh, wow. So. It was very cold last night. freezing, very frosty in the morning as well as now it's warm. Let's go in the other. Let's go in the other room. Talk better when smoking a cigarette because I'm now 5 minutes incomprehensible gibberish in. Okay. Oh, cigarette finishing. So my chair I sit in for machining and working and thinking. Oops. Push it there. Hello. This is coming along great. That's done. I got a package for a Hobbit. Oh, where'd it go? Over here. He bought some metal samples on eBay. So. Mail that in a day or two. Just wanted to put it that way for now. Let me move along. This is your captain speaking. Our cruising altitude is 15 feet. Oh dear, that'd be bad. Estimated time of arrival is now bang! Bang! Bang it up, baby! Hi! Smile. Okay, so I just came here for a cigarette. I've been smoking ever since. I used to suck my thumb until I was 14 years old. My mother got me a pipe to smoke. And then traveling so much, airports, you know, training aircraft and all that stuff. I was in South Korea at Kempco. I go to the smoking room. Having a pipe was kind of tough. They didn't really like that kind of thing, so I got into cigarette smoking. LAX, PHX is a Phoenix, New York, Egypt. I don't know what the airport's name was in Cairo. Had a lot of fun on aircraft. I love them. You get to your destination with all the tedious road stuff, which I find extremely boring. I never liked traveling by road. A plane and ships are fun. Oh, I look so weird. I'm kind of bleached out right now. Maybe that's a good thing. What's the longest flight? First flight was to Toronto to visit George Hathaway. Let's see. And back to Vancouver. Next one was Bellingham to Seattle to wait for a Boeing 747 to go to Europe. There's British Airways. I still got all the receipts and tickets. British Airways. I managed to sleep turning around in the chair with my knees on the floor or deck of the aircraft. And that was 89, I think. 88. And, oops. Guess there's nothing wrong with being bleached out, is it? I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, got up. I did have cigarettes, and I went to the back. Or somebody else was smoking a cigarette, and he looked like he'd really burned out. So I had a smoke on my back, sit down at the end, and eventually got to Heathrow Airport. So I'm going to mention all the countries I was in. I guess you could call that a country for a brief time. And then off to Munich. Then later on, a month later, on to Dr. Peter Kokoschnik's place in Austria. I think it was a month or a couple of weeks, I forget. Austria, Vienna, Salzburg, Munich, in different districts, of course. In Japan, it was hotels mostly. Yeah, it was all hotels. Although I met a farmer out there who wanted me to stay. They're talking about it, but my interpreter was talking about it as well and introduced me to the people. Oh, anyways, this goes on and on and on, doesn't it? So, aircraft. So I look at birds flying around, I think of airplanes. Because birds look like airplanes in some ways. You got the brains in the cockpit. You got the brains of the bird head. And they come in for a landing, they got their landing gear down, and they latch onto whatever. Okay, fine. Okay. So, yeah, traveling by air. It was Vienna to Cairo. That was cool. Yeah, Cairo, then by road to Luxor. And our host, or friend, Vicky, a friend of Ian's, was in the military in Egypt. She's Egyptian, so he knew all the roads and ways to do things to deal with people. Somebody came along and wanted me to hire him as my protector. He had a .303 bolt-action rifle. I said, sure, I'm honored to that. Thank you. And I gave British pounds, a lot of them. That was for a couple of days anyway. And we went across the Nile into the real wild areas. Yeah, the Egyptian people wanted me to ride a camel. I said, no, no, I didn't know how to ride a horse. I go on a camel, I know where he would go, and I get lost in the Sahara Desert. No, thank you. So, yeah, traveling with aircraft. See, last time was going to Minnesota. Was it? Really? Wow. 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 Sound like Fable the Raven, the famous YouTube channel. Me and Falconry, it's called. You birds are smarter than I am. You got me well trained, well behaved. Actually, you're probably wondering why I like ravens. Well, when I grew up with crows and handled crows, injured ones and old crows. One landed on my shoulder when I went to the landfill in North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Premier landfill, I think it was called. As I mentioned before, 15 bears would show up and crows, and I'd never seen a raven, but I saw a raven in a zoo. I got along with the crows fine, bears fine, all animals fine. And then come to here, I meet up with the ravens that come around and start talking. That's why we're here, actually. Did you know that? Every piece of land examined, the ravens would show up. So it meant we're supposed to be here. And my first introduction to a raven was at a zoo, and I said, what a giant crow. It's stuck in my head. So here I'm interacting with crows and, not the crows, they've got their own group somewhere. But squirrels and ravens, it's kind of funny. So I hope you like the video of the little squirrel, Roscoe. Roscoe the squirrel and his family. He's so getting big and fat, eating all those nuts. Look at this, 14 minutes in. Oh well. I gotta look. Let's see, how can I look today? Oh, now we've gone dark. This is ridiculous, Major. That's silly iPad. Maybe when it fell over. Something I'm touching on the screen or... Wait a minute, hold on. I don't understand computers. The only computers I know are the old synchromotor computers and from the 40s and 50s, but these things, no patience with a laptop. iPad is good for me because I'm an idiot with computers. Now I'm really dark. Hello, Johnny, Doc. No patience. I just throw them in the trash can. But this little iPad thing is so cool. You don't have to do this and push this and type. I don't even know how to type. I use one finger still. Let's get something here I'm doing. I'm not sure. Oh. Goodness, oh my God, oh no. Oh my goodness, Major. Okay, not too bad. I'm so fed off and think the song is about me. Computers. First computer I got was a laptop. It was my Compact. That's my sponsor, Thomas. Supposed to be for $250,000, and to make power cells, I did. Got a laptop. It's quite interesting. I got it on the internet and hit all the dating sites, of course, and other sites. I think Yahoo is the main search engine, and then along came YouTube. But then the laptop died, and then I got a stack of whatever you call it, a tower with a monitor and all that stuff. So some years ago, 10 years ago, I think it was, I got the first iPad, and I loved it. It worked great, and it just still works, but it can't keep up with the information on the internet. So I got this one a couple of years ago. It makes videos, pictures, and I do silly videos with it. You just go home, at night, upload them onto YouTube. No problem. Anyway, I gotta go. I think somebody's outside. Ugh, stretch. Ugh. It's really getting dark. So that's just a ridiculous piece of video today, so oh well. Anyway, something else I was about to talk about. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. Oh, I don't know. There's a comment. I forget what the heck it was about. I hear a mourning dove out there. My God, we're going to get early spring. It's sunny, as you can see. There's a down house being built, and the ravens are getting ready for bed. They don't like they get up early and honk and toot and go all kinds of things. Okay, I got to go.